So have you played Warped Tour before?
This is actually the first time. Like I mean, all our friends and like in bands, and like we kind of grew up with Warped Tour kind of being one of those things that we have to do as a band. So we're finally here, and it's come to the end of the Warped Tour. It's kind of sad, really. It's been quite a journey, you know, from the very beginning. Like it's been, I think we're kind of like 5 or 6 weeks, coming to the 6-week mark. So I mean, we've been on tour for a while, but like it's flying by so quickly. Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's our first Warped Tour. I'm stoked.
Oh, good. What are your road essentials? What do you have to have with you?
Okay, so especially on this tour, first one has to be sunscreen. I didn't wear any, and I got burnt like the first like 2 days. And our tour manager, like because of me like burning and stuff, like we just like make sure everyone has sunscreen, because our tour manager had like a burnt forehead and it did not look good. It looked disgusting actually. So yeah, sunscreen is an essential. Baby wipes, you know, you got to keep clean. Like water. And what, for us as a band or for someone visiting?
Just for you.
Just for me.
Yeah.
It's tour essentials, like you know, my laptop, my iPod, yeah, just that kind of stuff really.
And what would be in your playlist, in your iPod?
Oh, so much. So at the moment I'm listening to a band called Tame Impala, and then I'm listening to, I mean, I'm always into Katy Perry, love Katy Perry. What else? I'm listening to Sykes, that are on this band, on this tour, sorry. They're a band that are from England. Also the new Emma Racer album. A band called Old Wounds, they're a hardcore band that I've met on this tour. They're awesome. What else? Just I listen to everything. Like I quite enjoy listening to like other people's playlists as well, like people that are either in other bands or ones that have already been made. So I always love listening to new music. Like I listen to new music every week. So yeah, varies completely.
Good. What's the craziest thing that's happened on this tour so far?
Craziest thing? I don't know if I could say really. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, the whole thing's crazy because like where the buses are, like, and where the bands kind of live, I guess, when they're not playing, they're kind of very near to like the rest of the festival, so fans can walk by like any time, and so you get like things being thrown in, like they could be anything from like, you know, I don't know, cards that they want to sign and then to throw back, or like bras or underwear and some like weird stuff that I don't even want to say because I don't want to creep anyone out, but you get some interesting things being thrown over the fence, that's for sure, yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite city that you've played so far?
Favorite city? I would say it's a really hard question because there's been some really good shows and they're all kind of merge into one a lot of the time, but I'll tell you what, Chicago was really good because it was quite a hot day, so it wasn't good for that, but it was one of our best shows. We love playing outside, so like on our stage it's kind of like split. Sometimes we're in the amphitheatre, so you're inside and you're kind of away from like the rest of the festival, and sometimes like that can be kind of difficult for people coming over because it's quite an effort to come all the way to the edge of the site. But then sometimes like the two stages, like Poseidon, which we're on, and then Cyclops, which is the other one, they're like side by side on the outside stages, so for anyone walking past, they can, you know, if they hear our stuff, they can come and, you know, chill and, you know, check out our music. And that's something that's good when you're outside, because you get like people just walking by that, you know, oh, that sounds cool, I'm gonna go check that out. So
yeah. Have you noticed the crowds getting bigger as the tour progresses?
It varies. It varies. I mean, following, like we've played here a bunch of times, like the West Coast, as well as the East Coast, but it really does vary, and because there's so many variables, like when you're playing, like if you're clashing with anyone, you know, if we've been to the city, you know, so it does vary, but I find that like our best shows are when they're outside, because you get more people, like I was saying before, like come walking past, and that's cool.
Well, other than this tour, what are you guys working on? Any writing while you're
currently writing. Well, we're not writing at the moment, but we're always like, if we come up with an idea when we're on the road, we'll always put it onto a computer, or we like hum it or write down on the notes. So that's like a constant process. But in terms of like writing, we're not doing that at the moment because we're just about to release our next record called Echoes, which is out on September 16th. So we're playing 2 new tracks like every day on Warped Tour. So we're basically pushing for the new single, pushing for the album. But apart from that, we do Warped Tour. We go back to the UK for like 3 weeks, and we chill. I'll go on holiday to Greece, which is going to be sick, and then we come back to America and do a bunch of things. So we're back in September for like a month. So we do some headline shows, and then we do some shows of Mice and Men. I don't know if you've heard of that band. So we do a few of their shows with them. What else have we got? Oh, then we got some like radio festivals, like big like radio festivals that we're playing. So Houston Open Air, those kind of festivals. So yeah, that'll be cool. And then we fly back to the UK and then do UK and Europe with Billy Talent, which is going to be sick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Who are your biggest influences when you guys are writing?
We're influenced by so many things. It's a really difficult question to answer because, we're lovers of music regardless of genre, and so when we're writing our new album, we might be inspired by either a band that we're listening to or something that's really old that we haven't listened to for ages, or it could be like a sound that we're kind of inspired by at the time. But generally we jam out some ideas and stuff, and it all grows from like an organic place, and then it could be like a melody, it could be a beat, it could be like an electronic part, it could be a guitar riff, it could be anything. And so as long as we're excited by it, then we could, when the kind of the bones of what's coming are formed together, and then we could be like, why do we kind of add that kind of sound that we like on that record, or this, and so it kind of, that's when the discussions happen. That's when it's really fun, because it gets like creative, and we're not working to a set formula, we're just kind of experimenting stuff, see what, vibing, and what gets us excited,
Cool.
that kind of
If you weren't a musician, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Well, I was the only one that went to university. So here you call it college, right? It's university, college, kind of the same thing. So I was the only one that went to university back at home, and I left the band at that point, and it's a huge, long, boring story anyway. But basically, I went to uni, and then I got a job doing like selling like finance data and stuff like that. It was really, really exciting. Really, really exciting. I'm joking. It's really dull. And so I did that, and then I rejoined back into Young Guns. And then when we started getting busier and busier and we're touring more, I had to quit my job. And so I guess, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be, I hope not, but I'd probably be doing something in that world. But I guess now if something, I hope it doesn't, but if, the band finished, then I'd like to be doing something creative and something exciting, because that's the stuff that makes me really excited. And you want to wake up, doing something that you love,
Definitely. Is there anything that you want to say to your fans?
I guess if you've seen us on this tour and you've liked the set or whatever, thank you very much. If you're still going to come to one of the Warped Tour dates, come down and see us play. I promise that we won't let you down. And if you're just a fan and you're over here, obviously look at all our socials, Young Guns UK on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And yeah, just keep an eye for things, because we've got our album coming out on September 16th. We've got some new material coming out, so yeah, just keep an eye out on our socials and you'll be clued up for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Awesome.